As we get closer and closer to the election, you may have noticed that evangelicals seem to be the most susceptible to conspiracy theories. Now, I can already see it in the comments. A lot of you are saying, well, duh, they believe in God. Why wouldn't they believe in conspiracy theories? But to me, that's kind of low-hanging fruit. 80% or more of people globally believe in some sort of God or deity. So we have to ask ourselves again, why are the evangelicals seemingly more susceptible to conspiracy theories? Having grown up deeply entrenched in the evangelical world, I have a lot of ideas why, but let's start with just one. From a very young age, I was conditioned to believe that we were living in the last days. That the rapture was imminent and the end of the world was always right around the corner. As a highly impressionable young person, me and many of my peers bought it hook, line, and sinker. I had palpable fear and anxiety well into my younger 20s about the end of the world. Not because of movies, not because of the media, but because of the church. I honestly cannot remember a time I went to church and did not hear about the rapture or the tribulation or the end that was coming. And all of this was always pitched with, if Jesus came back tomorrow, would you be ready? Modern evangelical churches today might have cool services, great music, coffee shops in the lobby, but don't be fooled, impending doom is always just around the corner. If you're going to be an evangelical who believes that the end of the world could happen at any moment, you have to let your guard down, ditch reason, and prepare for something that most other people aren't even thinking about. This evangelical teaching causes you to turn off the rational, critical thinking part of your brain and replace it with fear and anxiety. But it's happening on a subconscious level. Most evangelicals would not say they don't think critically or have rational thought. But when you ask them about the rapture or the end of days, you will watch all critical thinking fly out the window. And I want to be clear here, not all Christians hold this gloom and doom perspective. This is, for the most part, an evangelical belief system. So now, take that thought process from an evangelical perspective. Combine that with the last 8 to 12 years of political discourse, and you could see how conspiracy theories could be very appealing to them. When the part of your brain that exercises rationality and critical thought turns off, it leaves room for you to believe anything, such as certain political parties can create hurricanes, entire political elections are being stolen without any evidence being provided, that there's a new world order being formed just to bring in the Antichrist, that vaccines and microchips are the mark of the beast, that all forms of entertainment are secretly controlled by Satan. You may be laughing about a lot of these conspiracy theories, but I guarantee you, talk to a diehard evangelical that you know and they believe in at least one, or if not all of these. They don't need evidence, they don't need proof, and they don't need reason. Their brain has already switched to survival mode because of the church that they were raised in. And for a large portion of evangelicals that are already in survival mode, they have to choose fight or flight. And the evangelicals that you see online and on TV are the ones who've chose fight. They've abandoned the Jesus model of loving the world around them and replaced it with Satan is everywhere and now they have to stand up and fight back. It's not the only reason, but a lot of this stems from very dangerous teachings that the evangelicals have been pushing for years. And honestly, in a way, it kind of makes me feel bad for them. The next time you see evangelicals peddling crazy conspiracy theories, just know that that's a trauma response. And while it is sad and unfortunate, it doesn't give them any excuse to keep pumping this stuff into society. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are there any other reasons you can think of why the evangelicals are so susceptible to conspiracy theories? See you next time.